Direction and fit. Generally speaking, in your application, what you're thinking about addressing is sort of you, who you are, the law generally, why you want to be a lawyer, why the law should want you, and the law school that you are applying to. We call this the application trinity. You could just, it's just those three components are important. Things to avoid. If you answer, I'm going to law school because I think, I don't know what else to do, nobody's actually going to do that anymore. But you need to, as much as possible, assume that there is kind of for those of you who know the term, prima facie burden that is incumbent upon you, the applicant, to prove that you are going to law school in full cognizance of what law school entails, and not just because it is the next natural step in a career path, because that is like if you write that on an application essay, it really doesn't matter what your other qualifications are, you're getting rejected. Don't talk about making money. Not a good idea. Also, if you are talking about making money on the application, I strongly suggest you look into a career in investment banking, because you'll work the same terrible hours, but you will make more money. So if making money is your goal, you probably came to the wrong place, or at least not the best place. Don't talk, you can say that you want a career shift, but don't lament too much about how miserable you are in your career, because again, that will sort of go back to them thinking like, well, then this person just thinks that like this is the next step, because they don't know what else to do. Definitely don't say that like I'm applying to law school because I've been like I failed to obtain gainful employment for a long period of time, and I'm tired of living with my parents. Like that's not going to play well, and it should not seem like you are a degree collector. This is more of a problem for those of you who are not in undergrad currently, who have like already gotten another grad degree. There's a whole like category of people that just like that are, sort of flit from one graduate program to the next. I never really understood that until I actually witnessed it in my own generation of applicants and students, but try as much as possible to avoid that. So good reasons that you want to go to law school. Your personal and your professional goals. This is a really good place to explain how like the prior experiences that you've had with something like education policy correlate to a future career as like an education policy maker, and in what government body or in what organ or what international organization. You can address the skills that you hope to gain at the law school, skills that you wouldn't be able to gain elsewhere. And the goals, generally speaking, you want them to be forward-thinking. They also should be concrete and manageable. Right? So if the goal's like, I want to be able to run for president, it's not completely unreasonable, but it's probably not a good idea. It should be something that's like a little bit more down to earth. So like I had a friend who, he's now the deputy attorney general in Montana, maybe Wyoming, one of those. And he, that's what he wrote about on his application to law school. He wrote about how he wanted to be like basically be in local politics, which was very successful for him. And in fact, he's done. So try to be, sort of down to earth with it, very concrete about what your goals are with law school. So here's some questions to ask yourself. I'm not going to read through these each in turn, but we can just pause for a second if anybody wants to take a screenshot or take a picture. It's totally fine.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.